Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Alright, we have a box of death. They picked up at the airport a little while ago. These are two female West African green mambas. Dendroaspis viridis. Unfortunately, the ones that I've acquired captive born were all males. So I got a hold of two females. It's too late to breed them this year, but next year, hopefully. I have two males, and hopefully they will make little mambas. Because realistically, not this year. There has been very little activity out of Africa, and I am not entirely sure that we'll have a steady supply of animals. Now, having things properly labeled is an awesome thing. But sometimes my pea-brained homie gets a little overexcited and forgets to do such things. He was sending me up some feeder geckos, and the box was labeled gecko, and I'm unpacking, and there were other things other than geckos in the order, the shipment, including Jameson mambas. Okay, this box of stuff is geckos. I don't think it was labeled anything. So I said, oh, this must be the geckos. So I slid this open and got the knife pried open the flap, and here I'm looking eye to eye with a gaping Jameson mamba. It's like, whoops, wrong box.
Oh no. So
we laugh, but it was like, if I would have got bit, I would have went and kicked his ass. Okay, so this guy is all happy in his little hide box. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slit this. Hopefully the little beggar doesn't come shooting out. And then I'm going to place it, and you can use it for a hide box since he's already comfortable there. So I'm just going to pop the hatch, and it can come out whenever it feels like it. Now, I've had lots of experience with Western greens. Let me put it all in perspective. Eastern greens are generally the easiest to handle. Okay, and I say generally because I've had some Eastern greens that were total nightmares. The black mambas are ones that everybody fears. Rightly so, but they haven't been as nearly bad as the Jamesons, which are higher on my what the hell list. And Western greens can be a real nightmare. They're arboreal, they're fast, they've got really long fangs and potent venom. A friend of mine was bitten through a Midwest glove. Fortunately, he wasn't envenomated, but he was bitten through the glove. So that's how long and sharp their fangs are. So Western greens are sort of psychotic. They can't be really reasoned with. Mambas will sit and look at you and figure it out. Jamesons, well, you know, Slinky, you know, and the other guys, they just want to get away from you. As do most of the green mambas, but some green mambas will sit there and huff and puff and hiss at you. These guys are totally ballistic. It's like blowing up a balloon and letting go of it. Exactly how they behave. So we don't take them out and play with them and give them a free run like we would Slinky, or we don't do Mamba on a stick or anything like that. These guys are just for looking behind the glass because they're quite volatile. Now, according to the information, this is a 6.5-foot blue female, which is really nice. And you know, don't tell me that the cage is small. This is sort of a quarantine cage for them. Of course it's small. You know, I would be very, very happy to get much larger cages, but you people just have to fork over the $800 or $900 for this because, you know, I don't have the budget for it right now. So shut up and watch the program. So we're going to do this one the same way, and hopefully it will go along the same lines. Well, gee, that was smart. That's why there's a blunt side of this pair of scissors. There we go. Okay. All right, the weapons are armed. We're on yellow alert now because although it seems to be nicely encased in a box, anything could happen. Usually when it happens, we let the mamba go, expend energy, tire itself out, and then we go after it. We don't try to stop it from escaping from the box or anything like that because it moves much quicker than we do, and you end up getting bit. So we do not try to stop them when they escape. We step back. We get the gentle giant tongs and we capture them that way because they don't hook either. They come up the hook and kiss you on the face. Now you guys probably stunk up your boxes, but this will be good for a day or so. We'll do this. Pop this open. Hello. Yeah, stuck shed. I hate stuck sheds. Now, before I put them in the cage, I made sure that the screen lid was tightened down very nicely because we don't want to come in the room and see a green mamba draped across the top of the other cages. Okay, non-event, but you know, that's how you do it with some reasonable level of safety. Now we'll let these guys sort of come out on their own. You know, I really hate, you know, it's nice that stuff is, you know, when it comes to tape and labels, either it's too sticky or not sticky enough. There's nothing in between. It just is real annoying. If we knew where the head was, we'd maybe tickle her belly. But we're not going to do that because I don't know where the head is. Okay, so we'll move on to the next characters that need to be unpacked. Well, we have to be rolling because the air conditioner just clicked on. It happens every single time.
Of course.
Okay, we're on the other side of the house for our next new guests. And we're trying to cut that. Our next guests come all the way from either Indonesia or Malaysia. And it's from one of my favorite genuses of elapids, and that's Bungarus. Now we all know our good friend Joe Slowinski misjudged a mimic for the real deal, and of course the perfect storm of problems occurred and it cost him his life. Crates are really nothing to be mucked around with, although I've seen people at the Bangkok snake farm where the Thai Red Cross extracts venom for anti-venom production. The guys during the day handle the banded crates, and the crates just are like, yeah, whatever. Okay, crates are normally your Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sort of snakes. During the daytime, they're very docile and hide their head and act very placid. And one of the main reasons why they do that is because crates, unlike other snakes, are night snakes. That is, they come out after the sun goes down, and that's when they hunt. And that's when they crawl into people's houses and you know, under them while they're sleeping. They roll over, and a lot of times they don't even know they've been bitten and wake up gasping for breath and stuff, and it's a telltale crate bite. But during the night, the crates are quite active and quite aggressive. And the reason why they're docile during the day is, unlike other snakes, their pupils are fixed and dilated so they can see well at night, and they don't have the pupillary muscles to close their apertures down because they don't need them. They're sleeping in their burrow during the day or under something, so they just you know, and that's why they hide their head, because bright lights really, you know, sort of freak them out and stuff. So that's our deal with crates. This happens to be Bungarus candidus. And here's the pointy end. Hello, pointy end. Hello. How are you? Huh? Now we're going to put them in this bin temporarily until I get a cage for them. But very nice looking character. They have the traditional triangular shape, which is usually sort of diagnostic that it's a snake eater. And crates have this really, really cool tongue, different from other snakes. Maybe Mrs. Viperkeeper can have a look. I am told that these guys are already feeding on rodents. The bin is a little small, but I would rather put the crates in the small bin right now and the springy bothrops that I've got to unpack next in the larger tub. You know, more fun with pogo sticks with venom. But this is a crate, and this, oh, tough. I'll look at the other one and then I'll prognosticate which I think is which. But crates have presynaptic and postsynaptic neurotoxins. Very important to recognize the difference between Bungarus and Dendroaspis, the mambas. Dendroaspis only has postsynaptic neurotoxins. Postsynaptic neurotoxins do not bind permanently to the synapse. Your body can eliminate them after a few hours, and the site is again active and ready for normal operation. Antivenin will bind to the toxins and get rid of it. Presynaptic neurotoxins, like the alpha bungara toxin that this character has inside its little venom glands there, and he doesn't need a whole lot of venom to kill you. Crate venom, the lethal dose in mice, is probably just 1 milligram or 2, and they can probably produce 10 milligrams or so per bite or so. So there's perhaps 10 lethal doses. Once the presynaptic neurotoxin binds to your neuron, it's fried, cooked, done for, no longer useful. The antivenin will not reverse it. It is an unreversible death of that neuron, which means that your body has to grow a new neuron to replace the one that was just fried. So if you get bit by one of these guys, it's very important that you get antivenin on board as quickly as possible, because you want it to neutralize in your blood and not have a chance to attach to your neuron. You know, people that survive this bite will spend time, you know, relearning to walk or to coordinate their hands to write, any of those sort of fun processes that we take granted. As well as you may spend weeks or months, you know, on a respirator till your respiratory pathways grow new neurons to allow you to breathe. Okay, you can go in there. Go on. It's nice and moist, and it'll be dark in a second, and you'll really like it. I promise you. Come on. Come on. Don't be a pain in the butt already. There you go. Okay, crate number 1. Now this one is even larger. It's like, holy crap, how am I going to fit the crate? Now, you know, it's labeled here Bungarus candidus, which is very good because I prefer going with the scientific name. It's also labeled blue crate. The only blue crate that I know of is the Indian crate, and that's Bungarus caeruleus. You know, that's why I stress to people, you really should learn the scientific name, because the common names are real confusing, and when it comes to treating a snake bite, if you know exactly what genus and species is, increases your chance. Common name, if there's like 5 or 6 in that particular region that you're in with the same common name, like in South America, fer-de-lance. That doesn't go very far. There's a lot of snakes that are called fer-de-lance. Okay, so my next question is, why is there blood on my snake bags?
Oh boy.
Well, this is not good. I bet it rubbed its nose raw.
Oh no.
Crates are known for that. Okay, so we'll see what surprise we have here. I know, your head's right there. I see you. Oh, you did exactly what I thought you did.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. Crates like boom slangs will rub their nose until it's raw. Hi, how you doing?
Aww.
How you doing? I know. Don't get all jerky. This is a classic threat posture when you see them doing the herky-jerky there. Hi. I know, I'm big and scary. I'm sorry. We should really put something on that nose to protect it. We really should, because it's going to go in this bin and get all dirty. So you know what we're going to do so it doesn't get all dirty? We're going to use a different bin that's clean. And we're just going to put some paper towels for a day or so until that nose sort of dries up. Okay? Is that a deal? I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be frightening you. We have a deal with all of our friendly neighborhood snakes here at the lair. You don't scare Viperkeeper, Viperkeeper doesn't scare you, okay? Is that a deal? Huh? Is that okay? So we're going to put you in right as you are for now. I would love to put some Neosporin on that nose, but sometimes less is more. Number one is I don't like to intervene unless it's really, really necessary. Hello. How you doing? Huh? How you doing? Yeah, I know you're inquisitive. And no, I am not going to let you bite my jeans like that wild forest cobra. Even though your fangs are much shorter. I'm just not interested in you doing anything to me. You know, I can sort of laugh off a forest cobra bite. You can't laugh off a crate bite. Period. Case closed. This is a different level of envenomation than a forest cobra bite. Yes, forest cobras can kill you really quickly. The bad thing is the crate bites, you don't even know if you've been envenomated until up to 24 hours later when it hits you. So you have plenty of time to anti-venom and get to the hospital, whereas with the forest cobra or the mamba, you better get to the hospital fairly quickly. But, you know, this guy, generally speaking, as a precaution, and just like the eastern coral snake, okay, eastern coral snakes also have presynaptic neurotoxins. You want to have anti-venom at the first sign of any symptoms, and sometimes you even want to, you know, have them give you a vial or two as a preventative thing, because you don't want you know, crate venom flowing around in your system. You want it bound and neutralized and out of here. Let's see. Tough to call. They may be actually the same sex. Okay, dude. You want to go in there. I know it's white. I don't have black. Sorry. Beautiful, beautiful chocolate brown. Okay, don't rub your nose. It's bad enough. Okay.
He's got a real cute little face.
Oh, the crates are adorable, face-wise, but you know, you really have to be careful because you don't want them hanging off your nose.
No.
So, that's the new crates that I have to deal with for a little while. I am told that they're already eating rodents. Time will tell.
Excellent.
Okay, let's go play with some pogo sticks.
Oh, goody.
Now we get to the real dangerous part of the unpacking, and that happens to be Bothrops. Anything, any genus that begins with Bothrops or Bothriechis means danger. These are Bothrops atrox, like pogo stick in the other room, just from a different place. Now, the pogo stick in the other room is an F2 generation snake. Its parents, I think there's another bag in here. I hope Ray double bagged as usually protocol requires. Yep. The pogo stick in the other room, who I've had since 2005, the pair of tongs that are hanging there, please. Yep, thank you. Her parents come from Trinidad. It was bred by my good friend Thomas Emmerschmacher. Really good guy, very knowledgeable. Of course, the Bothrops have to mess in the bag. These are pit vipers, so we work a little differently because we don't want to touch the bag. We don't want to give them a chance to sink their longer fangs into me. These will not be so polite like the Bungarus. These will be a little bit more difficult. So at any rate, these two are animals from Guyana, another area in the Bothrops atrox range. Excuse me. Now, I would imagine by some things written on the bag and not your basic, oh, this is male or this is female, but just some other terminology. I would imagine that this one is probably the male. Hello. Nice to see you. One just doesn't prod Bothrops. Come on, I want to see what you got hanging here. Yo, you decided that leave my junk alone, huh? That's a male. Okay. As I expected, this one was the male.
It's a very unhappy male.
Well, I was just trying to play with his junk. You know, at the airports when TSA tries to check my junk, I'm not very happy about it. But that's the male, and I surmised it was the male because the female has something else written on the tag here.
Oh, psycho.
Psycho. Now, female and psycho go together
Hey.
really well.
I resemble that remark.
And the males, you know, like to mark their territory and therefore dirty the bag. The females might want something a little bit more clean and pleasant. So we'll just let them chill overnight.
Hi, Mr. Naja. I'm very distracted at the moment. I have Mr. Naja just going nuts next to me.
Well, he's going nuts in a nice way.
Yes,
you know.
in a good way.
When he arrived here, he was very unfriendly and wasn't eating, and he's decided that I'm okay because I bring him yummy things to eat. And since then, he's taken a shine to me and is not so quiet and hiding. And he's not like the other Mr. Naja, who's off hopefully making little Najas. This guy will shoot out of the cage and try to get food from you. But fortunately, this Mr. Naja seems to shed his eye caps with the rest of the shedding. So I'll take that other consolation, you know, in stride and not worry so much about it. The fact that I don't have to play games and worry about pulling eye caps off of an irate 6-foot Indian cobra who could kill me in 15 minutes if he bit me. You know, that's okay. I'll take one that shoots out of the cage and I don't have to restrain. You're not as big as I thought you were, but you are a psycho. Now, for this young lass, I am not going to be sitting on the floor. Oh, a bundle of joy. Hello. Hello. Are you indeed a femme fatale? Really tough to tell. I wonder if they probe these. I know for a fact that I'm not reaching in here and grabbing that tail. Suspect. Doesn't matter. If I have two males, great. because I have one big female in the other room that needs a boyfriend. So it doesn't matter to me. I sometimes wonder why people have so much trouble sexing snakes. I don't think it's, in most cases, terribly difficult. In some cases, it can be very difficult. In that case, you probe it, but the vast majority of snakes, I can look at their tail and be reasonably sure of what I got.